you doing in my house? Hey, who you talking to like that? Hey, get out! Get out of here! Go away! Get out! Oh, sorry. Oh, don't go anywhere. Sorry. Oh, I thought I was... Oh, sorry, I was mixed up. Right, guys. Here we go. Let's get into it. Now, guys, what you're about to see is me talking last night and saying how I came to the realization about how I worked out how the pyramids work, how they're placed. They're actually placed in relation to a hypothetical world tree, which means they need to be in the center of the planet somehow. And we're going to find out how I came to the realization, how it's blessing with synchronous magic, all the soil of the land. You're going to see that. And also how it incorporated all the world sciences. One thing I didn't mention, which I have to mention now as a result, is that we found on this channel before, and YouTube won't let us search for old videos older than a year old. I found this out, unfortunately. Like, it's trying to kill my channel off, but because I guess there's too much truth on here, right? But anyway, what I'm saying is, the science of the world was, as we've discovered on this channel, was basically the fact that Alpha Centauri perfectly replicates what's going on at Giza. We have one star slightly smaller than the other. That's Alpha and Beta, Alpha A and Alpha B, Alpha Centauri. And then we have, as part of the Alpha Centauri system, is Proxima Centauri, some distance away, and that is a 10% smaller than both of them. And Menkaure Pyramid is 10% smaller. Also, it replicates the atom, the proton, the neutron, and the electron. That's seen at Khafre, Khufu, and Menkaure. But what it is, it's one concept doing all of this. It's the concept of the triplicity, which became a Stone Age goddess. And I reckon the Stone Age people actually inherited this ancient knowledge from a high-tech civilization. So without further ado, let's get into me talking last night to you guys how I came to the realization through my travels, my backpacking, how I came to the realization that this is what is going on at Giza and how this is actually a worldwide religion. And Giza is only one version of this. It's actually, you actually find this in almost every country in one form or another. It is just phenomenal. It is so phenomenal that I'm about to fall backwards off my chair. Whoa. Hey guys, how you doing? This is my office lounge thingy. And you know what? Someone just ordered one of my pyramid books, autographed from my website. Guys, you need to get on my website right now. Help me declutter. I've got one left, just one left of those pyramid books to get rid of. You know, you want to give stuff away to your friends, you know. Give them an Ancient Mysteries book, you know, autograph from the author. Unbelievable. An autograph to them. Can you believe it? And I've still got like 10 of those Confessions of the God books to you know, 10 of them. So come on, guys. Get on there now. Get on the website. This is such a good deal. I can't believe what a good deal this is. You need to get on the website right now. Oh my goodness. There you go. Yeah. Help me declutter, guys. You see how much junk I've got? Help me declutter. Look at all this junk I've got. I need to declutter all this junk. You know what I mean? I've got those spears. Maybe I'll throw them at the postman if he doesn't bring me my letters in time, because I'm still waiting for stuff from England. Unbelievable. Okay, guys, to order the autographed copies that I talked about just then, or tried to talk about, you just go to my website, right? So, oh dear, how embarrassing. I'll take that out later. Yeah, damn, I'll take that out later. But anyway, so then you just go to my website, and I'll just revamp this. So just go to the shop, right? And you can just order right here. Okay, I've got like 10 of these, right? And you just type in there what the autograph instruction is. And I've just got one left of this one, okay? So there you go, guys. So guys, there you go. I mean, how easy is that? Send one to all your friends. Just order all of them so I can just get rid of them and declutter. Hello, nice people. How you doing? And in this video, we're going to talk about my pyramids book that I wrote in 2015. People have asked me, Charles, is this still relevant based on your current arguments and philosophy? Absolutely, nothing's changed. The arguments in here are world-changing. Archaeologists are not reading this book. To my knowledge, there haven't really been any groundbreaking new pyramid books which have source to this, but they should, because this explains what the pyramid religion actually is. Half travel book, all my travels, from 2012 to 2014, I was possessed by a spirit of adventure. I thought, look, I'm just finishing up university. I got savings. I had savings back then. I'll use them. So I went to Europe. It was life-changing. My first European place was London, just landing in London. And I even thought, is this the real London or is it just a fake London because the real one's too good to be true? But I was landing in the morning, red sky, and I thought, wow, that's amazing. And I did 3 trips to Europe in 2012, 2013, 2014. I went to 4 countries, Poland, Ireland, Germany, and also England. And what I saw convinced me that I was looking at the forerunners of the pyramid religion. And then I began to investigate the pyramid religion. I had read books by anthropologists talking about a triple goddess, because in this video I'm going to summarize this book and I'm going to tell you what the pyramid religion is. So I had found that in old Europe, we're talking before the 2nd millennium BC, it needs to be the 3rd millennium BC. In the 2nd millennium BC, this old religion died. But in the 3rd millennium BC, which I noticed by coincidence just happens to be the pyramid building time in Egypt. And I also noticed the borders drawn of this old European civilization included North Egypt and the Mediterranean, the Eastern Mediterranean. I read that there was this goddess worship called the triple goddess, the triple mother. And, well, I thought to myself, this is surely the nativity, this is the family and the Holy Family. Or it is the Trinity, a male triple god. And this religion died out, but it survives into modern religions because it is so pervasive. And I thought, well, isn't it a remarkable coincidence that Giza is shaped with a triplicity? And a triplicity of a triplicity. There are 9 pyramids, or some say 10, or maybe there was another, the Norden's pyramid, right? But so far as we can see, 9 big pyramids. Let's stick with 9. And the 9 pyramids, the Ogdoad, the Egyptian gods. And I thought to myself, this is very interesting, and this cannot be a coincidence. So I thought I would investigate further. In Europe, I visited many mounds. In Ireland, I was very taken when I visited a place called Navan Fort in 2014. Imagine, and I've detailed it here, that's how on that day I realized what the pyramid religion was. Navan Fort. I went there and just a beautiful circular, it looks like a fortress almost. But it's not a defensive fortress because you can sort of go down a hill and into it. So it's a spiritual fortress, and that's sort of what they say in the museum. There's a little museum there. And in the museum, it said there are 2 mounds. They're both very mysterious inside this circle. So it's sort of like Avebury. You could say the mounds of the sun and moon, basically. That's what William Stuckley would have said. Now, the first mound, they said, in the museum, they found an oak beam, like an oak stump in the middle, burnt, and they reckon it was a roundhouse. And after it had been used for a certain number of generations, it became sort of like a hall of the ancestors. And they burnt it down, covered it, turned it into a mound. The next mound next to it was more mysterious. They didn't know what it was and still don't really know what it was, but they found out that it contained soil samples from different parts of Ireland. I read that in Mexico, they would cover their Pyramid of the Sun with soil and other pyramids from different parts of Mexico and all bring it to their pyramid. And I realized I was seeing the pyramid religion in action in Ireland. And this is actually quite late, Navan Fort, 1000 BC. Still building a pyramid-like structure, still have this religion which has not survived to this day. Why? Why do all this? And what is the pyramid religion? I slowly realized what it was is that it is identical to what is called the axis mundi religion. Let me explain. The Earth is a dinner plate, and spiking up right through the middle is the trunk of World Tree. And you want your civilization to be in the center, because under World Tree lives the goddesses, the Norns, fertility, and you can climb the World Tree. It's like Jack and the Beanstalk to Asgard, where the giants live. Below is another dinner plate, Hell, where the goddess Hel lives. And it struck me that since the World Tree is supposed to be on a mountain, the pyramid must be a surrogate mountain. In Egypt, where we don't really have mountains, we have a set of pyramids that became the mountains, the center of the earth, the center of Egypt, the center of the landmass of the world. And how would you orient this? If this is a world axis, how would you prove it's a world axis? You would orient the pyramid to the cardinal points. And that is the best way of centering that pyramid, showing that it's the center of the earth, it's the center of science and mathematics, it's the center of religion, it's the center of fertility. They would have probably brought soil from all over Egypt, maybe for an infill of the Great Pyramid. And I put all that in this book. And it's solving what the pyramid is. It is fertility. I noticed wherever the pyramids are placed, there is a river near them, flowing away, pushing the fertility away. So the pyramid is generating fertility from the earth through the stem of World Tree, and then pushing that fertility to the four corners of the land. So that's why the pyramids of Giza are centered in the land. In Poland, I went to a place called the Krakus Mound, supposedly built to honor a guy called King Krak, who lived in the time of Christ, who supposedly fought against Julius Caesar. And you'll remember in some of my Slav videos that the Romans seem to have been unable to cross the Danube. Why? There was some civilization there stopping them, and all record has been removed. At the Krakus Mound, I noticed it was just like Giza. I thought to myself, damn, it's like a Giza plateau, but grassy. So you walk onto this plateau, this flat plateau, boom, there's a mound like a pyramid. And I thought, well, is this a coincidence? There's a cemetery nearby, right next to it, just like at Giza, a cemetery. And I thought, is that a coincidence? There was spring water bubbling up somewhere. Is that a coincidence? Just like at Giza, there's a spring, proving that it's the center of the world. It's a holy center of fertility. And I was finding out all these things, and they will probably find that all these mounds date to before the second millennium, actually the third millennium BC. All these supposed, in England, all these supposed mottes, where the Normans built their castles, they're all turning out to be from about 3000 BC, just before the Giza pyramids were built. It's all the Axis Mundi religion. Now, if you want to say the pyramids are high-tech, which I also kind of believe, and I believe this theory allows for it, simply due to the fact that Khufu may have been inspired by ancient high-tech and may have incorporated some of that knowledge into the pyramid. And we don't really know, because he interfered so much, how much was pre-existing. I think it's very hard to say. But that is a theory in this book. That is what pyramids are. No one has come to this conclusion, but that is exactly what they were trying to do. And by the way, it's also a home for the fallen astronaut, the creator of man, Loki, or in Egypt, Khnum, or in other parts of the world, Bud. Stupas are built for Bud, the giant under the earth. He's asleep. He's always asleep like King Arthur. He's waiting. He's waiting to be freed from his underground prison. It's so fascinating. I don't know if I should tell you, the Pakal sarcophagus lid, ancient astronaut, is Odin hanging on a tree. That's what it is. And they haven't realized this yet. They say he's sort of balancing, falling into the jaws of cosmic serpent. He's hanging on a tree. It's Bud. It's Odin. Pakal is represented as Bud and Odin, but it looks rocket-like. No one hangs on a tree to get knowledge, but they go to the moon to get knowledge. Could that be what the legend really means? Is there a high-tech past to the future Stone Age that followed? And did they look back to ancient gods and goddesses, the lost gods of Giza?